You guys, we're doing my nails today and I'm gonna walk you through how we're gonna do this. So this is my before. This is like one of my most requested videos, you guys. I have been doing my own dip powder at home for like 4 years at this point. I love it so freaking much. I never want to go to a salon and get it. This is exactly what I would get in a salon, and I literally do it for free. So this is the before. I have had these nails on for probably 3 weeks. Yeah, like 3 weeks. So here's what we're working with. None of them have broke or lifted really. I get questions on how I take this off, and I'm not even gonna lie, I literally just like bite them off. Like they will come off. So I'm gonna take them off and then I'll be right back. Okay, this might be gross, but these are the nails. They pretty much come off like in one piece. And this is what my nails look like. Please don't judge them because I just put self tanner on like 2 days ago. So they are a little bit stained from the self tanner going under my nails. But this is them, and they're really long. Like they're super long and they're not like damaged. This one broke, but that's okay. These are way too long for my liking. I like my nails to be shorter. Also, please just ignore my self tan under my nails. So this is what we're working with, and we are gonna get started doing my nails. So what you're gonna need is some stuff. Okay, so the main things you're gonna need are a file, a cuticle pusher backer, a clipper like this, and a brush. This one's stained from my dip powder, and then you're gonna need a powder. I'm gonna be doing red, I think. I don't know, I can't decide. So those are the tools you're gonna need. And then you're also gonna need your, let's see, this I use to get my cuticles off. It's like a cuticle softener. Then you're gonna need a prep. This is going to dry out your nails and get them ready for everything. So you want them to be super dried out so there's no like oil or anything on your nails. Then all of these are like really mix match. I will try to link as much as I can down below. I do get all of these products from a nail supply shop near me, but I'm gonna try to find some online and link them for you guys. So we've got the prep. This is step 1, the cuticles. Then we have to prep the nail. Then we need the base coat. Then we need the activator, and then you need the top coat. So basically we're gonna get the nails prepped and ready to go, and then we're gonna start dipping them. So let's just go ahead and get started. What I like to do first is take the cuticle softener and put it on every single nail. My nails look so dirty. I am so sorry. I swear they don't always look like this, but if you guys self-tan, you understand my situation right now. All right, so let's go ahead and get this applied to all of our nails. I like it to be like a generous amount, and I like it to be sitting for like a minute before I start working on them. So what I'm gonna do is take this little cuticle pusher backer, and I am just going to work my way through all of my nails. So I'm just gonna push these back, and then I'm gonna go through and clip them with this. But you really wanna make sure you get all your cuticles like pushed off of your nail. And it's been like 3 weeks since I did this, so I have quite a bit of cuticle growth. Okay, so once I have them all pushed back, I'm going to, oh my God, this is so much. I'm going to trim them, and I'm just gonna do this off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so I got all my cuticles trimmed off. I'm not a professional, obviously, so it's not like 100% perfect, but it's good enough. So now I'm gonna take the prep, and I'm going to put this all over my nail, and then I'm going to file them like roughen them up a little bit basically. So let's go ahead and put this all over, and I'm going to file them down because these are way too long. So this just dries them out and gets rid of any oil or anything like that. So let's go ahead and roughen them up. So I like, this is a file, this is 100 by 180 grit, and I'll use the more like tame side, and I just go like this and get any extra cuticle off and then roughen up the nail. So it looks like this, kind of, you can't really tell. So I'm just gonna do this all to all my nails. So just get really up close to that cuticle and around your nail bed and get off any extra cuticles. So you have a nice nail ready to work on. Okay, so I'm gonna call that good. I feel like this is a pretty good base to work with. Now I'm gonna take the prep and go over them one more time and be very, very generous with this because, yeah, you want them to be dried out. So let's go ahead and get this on there, and then we will move right along. Okay, now that we have our nails prepped and ready to go, which is the most important part, we're gonna start dipping. So I'm gonna use the dip base, and we're gonna go ahead and get started dipping the nails. So I can put this away and this. So this is the Kiara Sky in the number D526 Ear Red Placeable, and I do like this brand. I like other brands a little bit more, but this one is still good. It's actually really good still. I like it a lot. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I am going to do a thin layer of the base coat. Each layer you want to be pretty thin. So you're just gonna go ahead and get started. And I don't go all the way to the cuticle on the first coat. I'll show you whenever I get this on there. So you do a thin little dip here, just like that, tap it off. And that is how much I leave. Please excuse my self-tan. I leave that much, or you know, by the nail bed, and we will go back obviously and fill that in. But you don't want to flood the nail bed with the dip on the first coat because then it's just going to be way too thick at the nail bed. So this is how we are gonna go, and I am just gonna keep on going. I do 2 dips per round basically in the powder, and yeah, that is what I do. So I'm probably gonna speed this up, but you just tap it after each coat, and that's what we're gonna keep doing. And then we're gonna do like this whole hand, and then I'm gonna move to the other hand, and we're gonna do that 3 times. So basically I do 3 coats per set. And then if it looks too thin, I'll do another one, but usually 3 is like the perfect number. So you'll see that. I will stop and tell you guys after each coat I do. But you just wanna do a super thin layer of the base. You don't want to make it too thick and goopy, otherwise your dip powder will start to get like weird and like too thick. So that's the first coat.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Extra, extra, read all about it.
Okay, so that is the first coat done, and that's kind of what it looks like. So now I'll just take this brush, and this is why this is stained, but I basically just flick off any excess powder so that it doesn't get back on my brush. So we're gonna flick off the powder, and we're gonna go again. We're just gonna keep doing another round. So let's go ahead and get into it. And this time I am going to go pretty much to the cuticle. You still don't want to get it like on your actual skin or cuticle. You basically just like act like you're painting your nail like with regular polish, and you obviously don't want to get it on your skin. So do everything in your power to not get it on your skin. So it's gonna kind of look like that. And then we're just gonna keep on going. Obviously, I'm not a professional, you guys, so this is just what works best for me. I have been doing this, like I said, for about 4 years, since COVID, basically. And I just got sick and tired of paying like 50 something dollars for like the most basic thing at the nail salon. So, and I was already like really good at painting my nails. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give dip a try. And I have never looked back. I love it so much. Okay, so there is the third coat. I mean, not the third coat, the second coat. And don't worry, trust the process. Like, it looks crazy right now, but I promise it will all come together. So I'm gonna go ahead and dust off this layer. Oh my God. We're gonna do a third layer. I'm feeling like I might need to do a fourth, but I am not sure yet. So let me do the third and then we will reevaluate. Okay, so that was 3 coats, and as much as I want to be done, I'm gonna do another coat because I just know I need another coat. As you can see, they are pretty like thin, and I know after I do some filing, they're gonna be like too thin, and they'll crack, and so I don't want that. So I'm gonna do another coat, and then we're gonna be done. So let's do one more, and then after the dipping part is the filing and the shaping, which is, in my opinion, the most difficult part because it's like very time consuming and it's important. Obviously, like if you can't get the shape right, like you're probably not gonna like your nails. And it did take me a lot of trial and error. Like if I look back to my first like sets of nails that I did, I'm like, oh my God, how did I think these were good? Like, what are we doing? They were so like wide at the top. I did not like taper them in like at all. They were just like wide. But you know, you just look back and you learn, you got to start somewhere. Okay, so let me put this on. So we're done with the powder, and yeah, so let me dust this off. I'm going to do a really good dusting and then I'll be right back. Okay, so we are done with the base coat. I'm gonna put this away. The red like literally stains everything. I need to go wash my hands after I'm done, but that will come later. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is the activator. Now, this you want to be very generous with. Like you wanna put like a shitload of this on your nails. So that's what I'm gonna do. And this probably will stain the brush, but it's okay, it'll go away. So you want to coat your nail, like literally coat. And I'll probably do like 3 layers of this because this is like really important. This is what hardens the dip powder. Now, some salons do UV light. I don't know if it's with this stuff or with the top coat. All of this stuff you don't need a UV light for. I've never used a UV light. It might be the top coat that I have, or I don't know. I know some salons do UV light with dip nails and I have never done that. Okay, you guys, we are back and we're gonna finish up the nails. So they're fully hardened. I mean, like nothing's going anywhere. So I'm gonna show you a couple of nails and then I'm just gonna do it off camera. So what you do, first I take like well, you can use whatever side of the file you want, but I go on the sides and I'll start shaping, and then I'll also go over top like the whole nail and kind of buff it out and smooth it out. And then if there is a hump by the cuticle, I'll go ahead and smooth it out right now. But you just want to get out any lumps and bumps, and then I'll work on the shapes. So like I said, I like kind of like a square round. And then I'll take some off the length, and then I will just keep going. So I'm gonna do this to every single one of my nails. And it is time consuming. This is the most time consuming part. This will take me a while, but I'm gonna try to do it, Stella, as fast as I can. And you don't wanna make it too thin because then it has a higher chance of cracking. Don't get in a rush. Just take your time and make every nail exactly how you like it.
On a cold night. On a cold night. Tonight. On a cold night. On a cold night.
Okay, you guys, filing is done. I could be a perfectionist and do a little more. I don't love how this thumb came out, but I'm just gonna have to move on because I could be here all day. One of the most important steps is to do another coat of this gel activator, and we wanna do that before the top coat. So I'm gonna do one final coat of this, and then we will do the top coat. Okay, you guys, now we are ready for the top coat. This is the best part, the most satisfying part, because it makes it look so shiny and just comes together. One thing you want to do, so our first layer of top coat is going to be super thin. Well, they're both going to be thin. And I know this bottle is crusty, so please just ignore that. But on the first coat, what you're gonna want to do is do a super thin coat, and then hit the tip of the nail, like right here. Coat that, and that kind of seals in not only the top coat, but it makes it just all sealed together. So hit that tip right, you know, at the front of your nail, and that will kind of seal it all in. So we're gonna do one coat on each hand, and then we're gonna do another coat on each hand, if that makes sense. Oh my God, look how shiny and beautiful this is. I just love it. Oh yeah, see, I made this thumbnail just a little bit too short, but it's okay. And I'm really shaky right now, I don't know why. So, let's finish this. And you will get better using your non-dominant hand. You'll get better. I mean, all it takes is practice. That's all it is to it. You can start by practicing with like regular nail polish. That's a tip, but practice makes perfect. And that goes along with the filing, the coat, everything like that. And if you do happen to get some of that base coat on your nail, on your skin, and then you dip, and then like the dip powder is like on your skin, you want to work quickly and kind of try to go like this, softly, like super gently while it's still wet. Otherwise, if you don't catch it while it's wet, you can, you know, cure it with that gel setting, the third step, the coat, the one that we just put on, and then file it off. So that's another option. But if you get it like too far up here and you can't get it off before it dries, it is very difficult to get off with the file. I'm just gonna say that. So try your best not to get it like up here too far, because it's really hard to get off. So after you finish both hands, you're gonna notice that your first hand is gonna start to get a little bit like more matte. I don't know how to explain it. So you don't wanna wait for it to completely dry. I just go right on in with the second coat. If you wait too long, to do your second coat, it will not dry all the way. It will be like sticky and weird, and it won't be dry. So you don't want to do thick coats. You just want to do super thin coats. And this does not take that long to dry, like maybe a couple minutes. And you don't need a UV light. You don't need anything like that. I usually just wave my hands around in the air for a couple minutes and then it will be dry. So that is what we're gonna do, and I hope I can find some products to link for you guys that are you know, good quality. So I will be looking for that. So check the description box. They're not going to be affiliate links or anything. I'm just going to try to find some. I do have a website in mind that I want to order from them myself. So I'm going to explore that and then probably link from that website for you guys. It is like not like a wholesale, but they supply nail supplies to nail shops, and you can get all the brands and everything from there. So I'm gonna try to go to that website and link some stuff for you guys, because I mean, all the time I get questions about my dip nails. How do I do them? What do I use? And yeah, and actually that gel is from Sally's, because I was desperate one time and I couldn't go to the nail supply store because it's like 30 minutes for me, and it works really good. So Sally's, possibly you could check Sally's. Okay, so that is the final step. Actually, the final step is cuticle oil, which I will put on after this dries, and I will come back with a final clip of them all done. But this, for the most part, is the final nails. I think they look so good. I love the red. And I hope you guys can see, my phone is like covered up by the tripod, but I think they turned out good. So after they're dry, I'm gonna wash my hands, get all the little red powder off, and then do my cuticle oil, and I will be good to go. So yeah, I'll be right back for that. But thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you do your own dip at home. I would love to hear about it. And yeah, I love it so much. And these will last me like 3 weeks. Like, these will be good to go for a while. So yeah, I'll be right back with the final result, but thank you all for watching. Bye guys. Okay, you guys, don't mind the dead grass, but here are the final nails after the cuticle oil. And I think they look so freaking good. Let me get the other hand. I love them. I love the red. It looks so classy. Stella. It looks so good, so fresh, so clean, and I love it so much. Yes.